Hello everyone, this is your pal Fit Buzz, and we're about to jump into the exciting world of vegetables. Now, veggies have always been that go-to group when we talk about eating healthily, right? But before we dive in, let's get one thing clear. Not all the stuff we're going to talk about here are technically vegetables. Some are fruits, botanically speaking, but these are the ones that are usually thought of as vegetables in the kitchen, so they've found a home on our list. Veggies have a few things in common. For starters, they're mostly water. They don't pack a lot of calories, but they're packed with vitamins, minerals, and plant-based goodies that you won't find in a lot of other food groups. If you're not sure about any of these nutrients, don't sweat it. I've got a video that explains them all. Now let's start ranking these veggies. For our list, the average, wholesome, and generally safe veggies will be in the B tier. Our super veggies that are simply the best will find a place at the top. Welcome to our nutrition exploration journey, where we'll rank different veggies based on how good they are for you. Our ranking system has a tier for every veggie. Top tier is for the veggie superheroes with the most health benefits. Bottom tier is for those veggies that, while still good for you, don't have quite as many benefits or have some downsides. You might be surprised about where some of your favorites land. Now let's dive in. First off, we have artichoke. Artichoke's a pretty good source of nutrients with plenty of fiber, helping your digestion work smoothly. It also boosts bile production in your body, which aids in digestion and gets rid of toxins. Plus, it's full of antioxidants that fight off harmful particles in your body, promoting overall health. However, artichokes might cause some tummy trouble for some people, like gas or an upset stomach. Given its positives and negatives, artichoke gets a middle-tier ranking. Arugula, on the other hand, is a low-calorie veggie but packed with nutrients. It's a great source of vitamin K for blood clotting and building strong bones. Plus, it's loaded with antioxidants to keep you healthy. However, it's probably not the main star of your meal, but it'll give you a health boost for sure. Because of its benefits, arugula gets an upper-tier ranking. Asparagus is a standout veggie. It's low in calories but impressively rich in nutrients. It's the top source of folate, a nutrient that helps form blood cells. Asparagus also has antioxidants that help lower blood pressure and protect against diseases. It even has a substance that may boost your energy levels and support ovarian health. However, it can cause your body to flush out too much fluid. Yet, with its wide array of benefits, asparagus gets an upper-tier ranking. Beetroots might not have many nutrients, but they shine in their unique health benefits. They're full of nitrates, which improve heart and brain health, and also aid in recovery after workouts. They do have more sugars than other veggies, but it's not like the sugar you find in cookies. Beetroots, however, contain substances that can interfere with calcium absorption and might be problematic for people with irritable bowel syndrome. Given these pros and cons, beetroots also get an upper-tier ranking. Bell peppers are low in calories but rich in vitamin C and other antioxidants, which protect your body from harmful particles. They also have a substance that helps flush out excess fluids. However, they belong to a group of plants that some people with certain conditions should avoid. Because of its high antioxidant content, bell peppers get an upper-tier ranking. Bok choy, like arugula, is extremely low in calories but still has a decent nutrient profile. It's a good source of vitamin C and K and has compounds that fight inflammation and have antimicrobial properties. However, it might cause problems for people with thyroid conditions. Overall, it's a solid veggie that gets a middle-tier ranking. Broccoli is a nutritional powerhouse. It's low in calories and packed with antioxidants, including those that help preserve eye health and manage blood pressure. It also has unique compounds that stimulate detoxifying enzymes. It may cause problems for people with thyroid issues, but cooking can reduce these effects. With its superb nutrient content, broccoli earns the first spot in the top tier. Brussels sprouts are a love-it-or-hate-it veggie, but we're not here for the taste. They're surprisingly nutrient-rich, including omega-3 fatty acids, which are good for your heart. Like broccoli, they also have compounds that stimulate detoxifying enzymes. However, they might cause problems for people with thyroid issues. Despite the taste debate, Brussels sprouts' high nutrient content earns them an upper-tier ranking. Green cabbage is a humble veggie, but packs a punch nutritionally. It has a good amount of vitamin K and C and shares many of the same health benefits as other veggies in its family. It's also linked with heart and digestive health. However, it may cause problems for people with thyroid conditions. Considering its nutritional profile, cabbage gets a middle-tier ranking. Carrots are unique in that they are loaded with carotenoids, which protect against harmful particles and preserve eye health. They're also linked to a reduced risk of several types of cancer. Some people might get allergies from them, but overall, carrots are a star performer and earn a top-tier ranking. Cauliflower might not be the most nutrient-dense, but it shines in some areas. It's the top source of choline, crucial for brain and memory development. It also has antioxidants and other beneficial compounds found in its veggie family. It might cause problems for people with thyroid issues, but overall, it's a solid veggie and gets a middle-tier ranking. Celery is one of the lowest-calorie veggies and isn't particularly nutrient-rich. However, it's good at reducing inflammation and promoting digestive health. Despite its health benefits, celery's lackluster nutritional profile places it in the bottom tier. Next up are red chili peppers. These hot little firecrackers are full of good stuff. They are super low in calories but still packed with vitamins and minerals. Ever heard of vitamin C and B6? Well, red chili peppers are your best friend for these. Vitamin C helps your body fight off harmful molecules called free radicals, while vitamin B6 keeps your nerves and immune system in top shape. And there's more. Did you know that the thing that makes chili peppers so spicy is also really good for your health? It's called capsaicin, and it's a powerful anti-inflammatory agent that can help keep your heart healthy. Chili peppers also have other antioxidants like luteolin, sinapic acid, and ferulic acid. Oh, and they can boost your metabolism too. But remember, some people need to be careful with chili peppers because they're part of the nightshade family, which can cause problems for people with certain conditions. And don't forget, eating them raw is the best way to get all the good stuff, especially vitamin C. Next up, we've got collard greens. Collard greens are low in calories, but they are absolutely bursting with vitamins and minerals. They are a rich source of vitamin K, which is important for blood clotting and building strong bones. They also provide plenty of manganese, which is key for bone and hormone formation, and calcium, which keeps your bones and teeth strong. Collard greens also contain these special substances that are found in veggies like broccoli and cabbage, called sulforaphane and I3C, which have health benefits of their own. They're fantastic for your health, but if you have any issues with your thyroid, you need to be careful with them. Now, there's a bit of a balancing act with collard greens. If you eat them raw, you'll get more vitamin C, but if you cook them, they'll give you more carotenoids. Either way, collard greens are awesome for your health, so they've earned a top spot on our list. What about sweet corn? Everybody loves corn on the cob at a barbecue, right? But did you know that corn is a bit higher in calories and carbs compared to other veggies? It's got loads of starch. Its vitamin and mineral content isn't too bad, though. It's a good source of vitamin B1, which helps your body use nutrients to create energy. Corn also has antioxidants like vitamin C, ferulic acid, and lutein and zeaxanthin. But it's not all good news for corn. Unfortunately, corn contains some things called anti-nutrients that can make it harder for your body to absorb nutrients. Plus, A lot of the corn we eat is genetically modified. If you're eating corn, raw is more nutritious, but cooking can help get rid of those anti-nutrients. Let's move on to cucumbers. Cucumbers are super low in calories and, honestly, their vitamin and mineral content isn't amazing, but that doesn't mean they're not useful. They're made up of mostly water, so they can be a great way to keep hydrated. They can also help fight diseases like cancer, heart disease, and diabetes, and have a strong anti-inflammatory effect. Even though they're not superstars when it comes to vitamins and minerals, cucumbers can support regular bowel movements and can help your body get rid of excess fluids. So, even if cucumbers don't make it to the top of the list for their nutrition, they still have a place in your meal plan. Eggplants. You see them a lot in stews or as a grilled side dish. They're low in calories, but their vitamin and mineral content isn't the best. But hold on. Eggplants are packed with something called anthocyanins, and one called niacin is really good at protecting the membranes around our brain cells. Eggplants can also help regulate blood sugar levels and are good for your heart. Now, a couple of downsides. Eggplants are nightshades, so people with some conditions should be careful, and they also contain some anti-nutrients. You probably don't need to worry about these too much, but it's good to be aware. Cooking eggplants can help reduce these anti-nutrients. When it comes to overall nutrition, eggplants are not as impressive as some other veggies, but they're definitely not the worst. Next on our list is endive, a kind of leafy green that's super low in calories but has a bunch of vitamins and minerals. It's a great source of vitamin K for blood clotting and bone health, and it's packed with folate, which helps your body process proteins and create DNA and RNA. Endive also has some cool antioxidants. Ever heard of beta-carotene, quercetin, camphorol, and myricetin? They're all in endive, and they help protect our cells and fight inflammation. It's not a cruciferous vegetable like broccoli or cauliflower, but it still gives you many of the same benefits. Garlic. Now let's talk about garlic. It's a high-calorie food, but it's also packed with vitamins and minerals. It's a great source of manganese, vitamin B6, selenium, calcium, and even copper. Garlic also has sulfur compounds with all sorts of health benefits. You might have heard of allicin, which can help prevent certain cancers and manage your blood sugar, cholesterol, and blood pressure levels. Garlic also contains other compounds that have antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and heart protective effects. Plus, garlic could help reduce the risk of Alzheimer's and dementia. But remember, if you eat too much, it could upset your stomach. But hey, who's going to eat a whole head of garlic in one sitting, right? Green beans or string beans are pretty low in calories, and they're okay when it comes to vitamins and minerals. They've got a decent amount of vitamin K and lots of different antioxidants like beta-carotene, lutein, vitamin C, and flavonoids. Green beans are also good for your digestion, bones, and heart. But they do contain anti-nutrients, which can make it harder for your body to absorb nutrients. The good news is, cooking green beans can help reduce these anti-nutrients. As veggies go, green beans aren't as packed with nutrition as some others, but they're still pretty good for you. Jalapenos. These spicy little peppers are low in calories and have a bunch of vitamins and minerals. They're a good source of vitamin B6, which is important for your immune system and nerves. Like most peppers, jalapenos are full of antioxidants like vitamin C, capsaicin, and lutein and zeaxanthin. Jalapenos can help boost your metabolism and fight against the effects of cancer. But be careful, because they can upset your stomach if you eat too many, and like all peppers, they're nightshades, so some people should avoid them. But if you can handle the heat, jalapenos are a great way to add a nutritional kick to your meals. Next up, we've got kale. Kale is pretty low on calories, but boy, oh boy, does it have a lot of vitamins and minerals. It's got more vitamin K than anything else on our list, which is super important for our blood clotting and building strong bones. It's also loaded with antioxidants that are really good for your eyes. Like other veggies in the cabbage family, kale has sulforaphane and indole 3-carbinol, which are good for our health. Kale is best when it's raw because it keeps all of its vitamins and antioxidants. But if you have a thyroid condition, be careful because kale can cause problems, especially when it's raw. And just a quick note, if you're taking blood thinners, the vitamin K in kale could affect your medication. But overall, when it comes to the good stuff, kale is a total champion. Leeks might not be the first thing you think of when you're planning your meals, but they're pretty solid when it comes to nutrition. They're low in calories and have a decent amount of vitamins and minerals. They're also packed with antioxidants that protect your body against diseases like heart disease and certain cancers. Leeks are also great for your brain and your digestive system, but they do have a fair amount of something called oxalates, which can cause kidney stones in some people if they eat too much. Cooking leeks can help reduce these oxalates, but it also reduces their vitamin and mineral content. But don't write leeks off just yet because they're still pretty good for you. Now let's talk about eggplants. They're lower in calories, and among the vegetables they don't have the best nutritional profile, but they have something unique called anthocyanins, especially niacin, which is really good for protecting the membranes of our brain cells. They're also good for your blood sugar and heart health. But wait, they have some downsides. They belong to the nightshade family, which some people need to be cautious about. Also, they contain some anti-nutrients, but don't worry too much. Cooking them can reduce these. So, eggplants may not be nutrition superstars like some other veggies, but they're far from the worst you could eat. All right, friends, let's chat about iceberg lettuce first. I know, it might not seem like the most exciting veggie in the world, but it's actually pretty cool. It's made up of 96% water, which means it's super low in calories. But here's a secret. Even though it's mostly water, iceberg lettuce still packs a little punch when it comes to nutrients. It has vitamin K and carotenoids like beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, which are pretty great for our health. The best part? It adds a nice little crunch to our meals, so it's not a total zero, nutrition-wise. Even so, in the grand scheme of vegetables, iceberg lettuce isn't a big hitter. Think of it like the utility player on a baseball team. It's not going to be the star of the show, but it does have a role to play. It's more of a filler, a way to add some substance and texture to our meals without adding a lot of calories. So, if we're grading on nutrients, iceberg lettuce might fall into the lower tier, but that doesn't mean we should kick it off our plates entirely. It's still a decent player in our dietary lineup. Now, if you're a fan of lettuce, let me introduce you to the cool cousin of iceberg lettuce, romaine. It's also pretty low in calories, but boy, does it have a lot more to offer when it comes to nutrients. It's a great source of carotenoids like beta-carotene and lutein, which are really good for our eyes. But that's not all. Romaine lettuce also has vitamin C and different types of flavonoids and tocopherols, which are like superheroes that fight against harmful stuff in our bodies called free radicals. If we're talking about brain stuff, romaine is also one of the best when it comes to folate. Folate is super important because it helps make DNA and RNA, which are like the instruction manuals for our bodies. So, considering all these benefits, romaine lettuce is like the valedictorian of lettuces. It's a top-tier veggie that's super good for us and deserves a spot on our plates. Next, let's chat about mustard greens. These leafy greens don't have a lot of calories, but they do have a high amount of nutrients. They're a fantastic source of vitamin K, which is important for our blood to clot properly and helps build strong bones. Mustard greens also have carotenoids like beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, which are great for our health. Just like other veggies from the cabbage family, mustard greens contain special nutrients like sulforaphane and indole 3-carbinol, I3C. But here's a word of caution. If you have a thyroid condition, you might want to be careful with mustard greens because they could cause issues. And one more thing, when mustard greens are cooked, some of their nutrients can decrease. But overall, these greens are nutrient rock stars and definitely deserve to be at the top of our vegetable playlist. Let's move on to okra. Now, okra is a veggie with an average amount of calories and nutrients. But don't discount it just yet. It's got a decent amount of vitamin K and C and has something unique: mucilage. Mucilage is a fancy word for a gel-like substance that attaches itself to cholesterol and helps remove it from our bodies. So, it's like okra has its very own cholesterol vacuum cleaner. However, okra does have a bit of a downside. It contains solanine, a compound that in excess can cause joint pain. It also contains anti-nutrients like oxalates and lectins. But don't worry, cooking okra can help decrease these. So, okra might not be the superstar of the vegetable world, but it's far from being the worst. It might not make it to the top of the class, but it's not flunking out either. Next up is the humble yellow onion. It might not seem like much, but it's got a few tricks up its sleeve. First, it's not a low-calorie veggie, but don't let that put you off. Although it doesn't have a top-notch nutrient profile, it has some unique plant compounds that are great for our health. It contains antioxidants, mainly a type of flavonoid called quercetin. Quercetin is a pretty big deal because it fights inflammation and helps control our blood sugar levels. Onions also have allicin, which fights off harmful microbes, and a sulfur compound called onion A, which fights off cancer and helps our white blood cells. They can also strengthen our bones and help flush out excess fluid from our bodies. However, if you have irritable bowel syndrome, be careful because onions might upset your stomach. They're also better raw to get the most out of their health benefits. Onions might not be the king of nutrients, but they have some unique benefits that earn them a high spot on our veggie list. Parsnips. Let's move on to parsnips, a higher-calorie veggie that might not be the star player when it comes to nutrients. They're a decent source of vitamin C and antioxidants like quercetin, camphorol, and apigenin. These help strengthen our immune system and protect us from infections. Parsnips are also high in fiber, which is important for our digestive system, and they can even help keep our hearts healthy. Now, just a little heads up. Parsnips are more nutritious when they're raw, especially when it comes to vitamin K and manganese. So, they're a solid veggie, but not exactly a superstar. Let's say parsnips are like the kid in class who always does his homework but doesn't really stand out. They're reliable, but not extraordinary. We'd put parsnips in the middle of our veggie ranking. Peas. All right, folks, let's talk about peas. These little guys are higher in calories compared to other veggies, but they do have a solid nutrient profile. Peas are an excellent source of plant-based protein with over 5 grams per 100 grams. They're also one of the best sources of vitamin B1, which helps our bodies get energy from the food we eat. Besides this, peas have a lot of fiber, which helps our digestive system. They also contain antioxidants including vitamin C, lutein, zeaxanthin, and various polyphenols. However, peas also have some anti-nutrients like lectins, phytic acid, and tannins, but don't worry, cooking can reduce these. All in all, peas are pretty solid and unique among veggies. They definitely deserve a good place in our veggie ranking. Next, let's tackle dill pickles. These guys are low in calories, but their nutrient profile isn't that great. But they do have vitamin K and sodium from the brining process. The sodium in pickles helps with rehydration by restoring electrolyte balance. They also help with insulin resistance and inflammation, and contain acetic acid, which helps with muscle cramps and promotes gut health. However, pickles aren't exactly a nutrient powerhouse, but they do provide some unique health benefits. They're a little like the class clown. They might not get the best grades, but they definitely add something unique to the class. So, while pickles won't be topping our veggie list, they're not at the bottom either. Now, let's chat about potatoes. These guys are higher in calories but have a lower than average nutrient profile. However, they're a fantastic source of starchy carbohydrates, and they contain something called resistant starch. This is really good for our gut bacteria and helps regulate our blood sugar. So, potatoes aren't just tasty, they're also kind to our tummies. Potatoes are also filled with some pretty impressive antioxidants like vitamin C, catechin, and chlorogenic acid, which helps regulate blood sugar as well. Plus, they help increase insulin sensitivity, improve digestion, and aid in muscle and nerve system function. However, if you have certain inflammatory or autoimmune diseases, be cautious with potatoes. They're also often prepared in unhealthy ways, like deep fried. But in their more natural state, they're pretty innocent and unique. They're not the valedictorians of the veggie class, but they're solid performers. Next in line are radishes. These tiny veggies are super low in calories and their nutrient content isn't exactly impressive, but they do have some redeeming qualities. Radishes are a solid source of antioxidants, including vitamin C and compounds like catechin. They're natural antifungals and are known to support healthy digestion, help the liver in the detoxification process, and help the kidneys flush out toxins. This just goes to show that you shouldn't judge a veggie by its nutrient label alone. Sometimes, their true value lies in the unique benefits they provide. While radishes might not have a top-notch nutrient profile, they bring some valuable health benefits to the table. It's like that quiet kid in class who always seems to have the right answer when you least expect it. Radishes definitely deserve a solid spot in our veggie ranking. Hey, have you ever thought about how cool spinach is? Well, even Popeye was onto something. For a veggie with very few calories, spinach is like a nutritional superhero. It's got a bunch of stuff your body needs, like folate that helps your body make DNA and RNA, the stuff that makes you who you are. It also has magnesium, which helps your muscles and nerves do their job and is key for making protein, bone, and yes, more DNA. But wait, there's more. Spinach also gives you iron that your body uses to move oxygen around, and vitamin B2 that helps turn carbs into energy. It's like a power plant for your body. Spinach is also great for vitamin K, manganese, and calcium. But that's not all. It's packed with antioxidants, the guys that help keep your body healthy. Some of these include beta-carotene, lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin C, quercetin, and camphorol. Also, eating spinach can help keep your blood pressure in check. Now let's chat about sweet potatoes. They're like the popular kids at the vegetable school. They have a bit more calories, but come with a bunch of good stuff. They're a healthier type of starchy food that our body needs. And guess what? They're the best at providing beta-carotene, even better than carrots. Beta-carotene gets turned into vitamin A in our bodies, which helps keep our eyes sharp, our immune system strong, and our skin glowing. That's not it, though. Sweet potatoes also have vitamin C and a bunch of stuff called chlorogenic acids, which are awesome at helping your body control its blood sugar levels. They're also good for your gut health because they contain something called resistant starch, which feeds the good bacteria in your gut. Just like spinach, sweet potatoes do have a higher concentration of something called oxalates, but cooking them, especially boiling, makes it all good. So in our vegetable ranking, sweet potatoes get a gold star. You've heard about turnips, right? They're this cool, low-calorie veggie. Okay, they don't have as many micronutrients as some others, but they do have some cool stuff. They have antioxidants like vitamin C, glucosinolates, and anthocyanins. These little compounds are like the superheroes of the health world. Turnips are also known for their anti-cancer and antibacterial properties, and they can help control your blood sugar levels. Now, you might have heard rumors about turnips messing with your thyroid gland. That's especially for folks who already have issues there. But the science isn't totally clear on this yet. Overall, turnips are pretty healthy. They might not be the star of the veggie world, but if you like them, there's no reason not to keep eating them. In the grand scheme of things, they're not the MVPs, but they're definitely not on the bench either. Water chestnut might sound like a weird combo, but trust me, it's a food. It's one of the more calorie-dense veggies we're talking about today, but it comes with a cool set of nutrients. It's the best source for copper, which helps your body make red blood cells and keep your immune system in shape. It also aids in iron absorption. Not to mention, it's a great source for potassium that helps to maintain normal fluid levels in your cells. This unique veggie also contains vitamin B2 and antioxidants like catechin and ferulic acid. These guys are pretty cool. They've got strong anti-cancer properties and can help keep your blood pressure at a good level. Water chestnuts are different in so many ways. They've got a unique flavor, unique nutrients, and they even sound unique. I mean, who'd think of combining water and chestnuts, right? Have you ever tried watercress? It's this low-calorie veggie that's totally packed with great stuff for your body. Watercress is a top-tier source of vitamin K, which helps with blood clotting and building strong bones. But that's not all. It's also loaded with antioxidants like beta-carotene, lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin C, and a whole bunch of flavonoids. Watercress has a couple of other neat tricks up its sleeve, too. It contains sulforaphane and isothiocyanates, which are pretty potent in fighting cancer. And they're like other cruciferous vegetables, so you're getting a similar health boost. But a word of caution. If you have any thyroid conditions, watercress might cause some issues, so you might want to talk to your doctor first. For everyone else, though, watercress is a top-notch veggie to mix into your salad or other dishes. So, there you have it. All veggies are great in their own way, and just because I've ranked some higher than others doesn't mean the rest aren't good for you. Vegetables are like pieces of a puzzle in your diet. You can mix and match them any way you like because there isn't a one-size-fits-all diet. Vegetables won't give you many calories, but they'll always be a positive addition to your meals. And hopefully, this list has introduced you to some new options that you can try. If you think I've missed something, feel free to leave a comment below. And if you found this helpful, do subscribe for more similar content. And remember, always do your own research and advocate for your own body because you only have one. Stay healthy and eat your veggies.